one's bigger than the program. You know, I rock with the baby heavy, but I want him to tread lightly. And I'm going to use myself also as an example, hoping that he gets it. But, he made a couple of like posts, like for example, this. I think Questlove said something about him. He says, "Nigga, I ain't even trying to be funny when I say I don't even know who this nigga is, dog, and I don't care about losing you as a fan, my boy. You or any other nigga who want to play father leader. This superstar," he's talking about himself, "you was a fan of as a stand-up nigga. You ain't never seen one of those, huh? Right?" Then he also said, "These niggas really think they gonna influence people to stop fucking with the influence? They go crazy about what I say, not y'all. I got the influence and the nuts, nigga. Y'all cheerleaders." He then continued. He says this. He says, "I got the hold, nigga. Y'all niggas lame and burnt the fuck out trying to use the LGBT community to make a comeback. The LGBT community don't need y'all. Y'all need them." Now, I'm going to play really quickly what has offended so many people, and it's literally a clip of him at Rolling Loud where he made these comments. Give me 1 second. He made these comments right here. Okay. Oh, my bad. Right here. Oh, that's what was he.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the
Let's
air.
be real about this shit.
Yeah, keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
All right. Okay. So that was the thing that, kind of went viral, offended a lot of people. Now everyone is whatever. People have deemed those comments to be homophobic and also very prejudicial towards people who may have HIV. Also, it's allegedly, I'm quoting the people who have a problem with it, they're saying it's kind of insinuating that gay people have HIV. Also, his rant insinuates there's something wrong with being gay. Let me be clear, okay? And I was disappointed by a lot of people who was responding because these days we're stuck in, and I think this is why the baby's going as hard as he is. We're stuck in this time period where nuance doesn't really matter. And also people are hypocrites. And also really people don't want to lose their jobs. And understandable. Nobody wants to lose their livelihood. If you say certain shit, people are going to take your livelihood. They're going to try to get you fired. Nobody wants to lose your livelihood. That makes sense. But I heard so many hypocrites. So many hypocrites. And while I was hearing these hypocritical people, they made it seem like the baby is the only person that has ever said something like this. Now, I heard a lot of DJs, and I was so surprised by this because I'm someone, you may not believe it or not, but back in college, I was DJing a lot. That's how I made a living and earned income. And what you heard the baby say on stage, maybe not those particular phrases like in succession while talking about homosexuals or whatever, but when I went to college, when a DJ was trying to get a dead crowd to like get lit, you know what they would say? "Yo, put your hand in the air if you took a shower today. Put your hand in the air if you make when it's 7.25, you make more than minimum wage. Put your hand in the air if you got a car, you don't take the bus everywhere. Put your hand in the air if you don't got HIV or no other STDs." They do say that. This is not something the baby just made up. Put your hand in the air if you know you get bitches and you're not a virgin. They say these things, which isn't really meant to be serious. They're trying to hype up a crowd. The baby, if you ask me, I don't think he was really saying statements of real prejudice. He was trying to hype up a crowd. Now, I'm not saying people can't get offended by it, but the intended reason has been around for a long fucking time. Now, I could play you a clip. I want to play y'all a clip real quick because everybody's acting. I hear, if y'all go to a club and these niggas like and they can't get they can't get the crowd lit with their music, you know what they be saying? "Yo, if you know you got more than 5,000 in the bank, put one hand up." And really, it's to kind of shame people in the crowd. Like, yo, You don't want to seem broke, so you just put your hands up. But for the person, they're like, all right, cool, I got y'all active now. This has been going on. This has been going on for so fucking long. And give me a second. I'm gonna play almost an identical clip, and I'm gonna just show you the hypocrisy of everybody, because everybody who's getting on the baby doesn't listen. In hip hop, I could acknowledge that there's a lot of things that have been deemed homophobic or just inappropriate over time that used to be done all the time, but I've never seen people act like they've never done these things. You get me? Times change, standards change, what's acceptable changes, but I've never seen people just flip to be complete hypocrites that quickly. Let me play you this clip right here, okay? Hold up. I'm about to salute to whoever, there's someone who actually sent me this. Oh my God. Am I tripping? It's this.
Oh God, man.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Oh. Damn, how could I play this shit? Give me 1 second. Here we fucking go.
Oh God, man.
No, that's not it. Chat, I never know what the fuck I'm doing, huh? It's really because of this. Oh, there we go. I knew it. All right, chat. Okay. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Why can't I get this motherfucker? All right, man. I'm sick of this. There's actually no video. It's just audio, really. But I don't think y'all get it if y'all don't see at least the picture associated with it. All right, fuck it. Okay, cool. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is a clip of Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff in 1986. Listen to this. I just heard the baby shit, right? Listen to this shit. And I'm going to get at baby in a second because I think the way he's going about this is wrong. But everybody is trying to act like, this is what I hate about cancel culture. Cancel culture has almost turned into everybody's a saint. Like, nobody has ever done these things. Like, oh my God, how dare this guy, like, say these things? Bro, these things have been said multiple times in the past. And wait, what's the difference between saying it then and saying it now? You just have a new person to attack. That's it. What you gonna tell me? Like, there's some big breakthrough on AIDS? Like, I get it. There's the survival rate is better, but shit, he also mentions homosexuals too. What is it? The point is this. And I despise this about cancel culture because cancel culture isn't about saying, hey, that's inappropriate to say at the moment. They want you to bend and they want you to cower to your knees. And oftentimes you have to make either career choice to say, am I going to lose my job? Am I going to lose these benefits of how I'm living now because I want to stand on this point? Or do I just want to say, y'all got me, I'm so sorry, I'm a bitch, whatever the case is. And for the most part, the people who escape being canceled, you have to do that. The baby is choosing not to do that, even though he issued an apology. Because I'll get to baby in a second. The whole point is this. For anybody who agrees with everybody getting at the baby, I'm just saying I've heard these things being said by many different people, many different events through the years. And it was never meant to be a political statement. It was meant to hype up a crowd. And then people took this one, too far. I get the climate. Now, let me tell you where I fault the baby. Right? So he says that shit. It goes viral. And he pretty much issues an apology. Now, people are acting like he ain't apologized. But he did apologize. This is the thing about cancel culture. Because the apology isn't enough. They want to see you on your knees. They want to see you basically beg for acceptance and forgiveness for what you've said. And it turns this cancel culture into a different beast when someone could apologize and you're like, yeah, I don't feel like it's enough. Fuck that. That's the baby's problem. Because he apologized, but really they're like, nah, we want tears. We want this. We want that. So let me read what he said. He said, anybody who done been affected by AIDS or HIV, y'all got the right to be upset. What I said was insensitive. He's amended. Even though I had no intentions on offending anybody. So my apologies. But the LGBT community, I ain't tripping on y'all. Do y'all. Y'all business is y'all business. He says, I tell fans to put a cell phone light in the air. Y'all start a Million Man March. I told you y'all digested that wrong, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm impressed. Now show the same amount of support when a racist cop killed one of our black ass. You're not. Now, I'm gonna be honest, he shouldn't have had the second tweet, but he did try to apologize. The thing about cancel culture is like, and this is why you haven't seen me make, and I'll even touch on my situation with the Chrissy Teigen thing. I don't like, not because like she be getting canceled. I don't chime in on that because she's seen what it's like to actually be under that microscope of quote unquote being canceled. Who am I to say that she's not sorry for some of the stuff she did or she said when people is canceling her? But what cancel culture has become is almost kind of what feminism became. Feminism started out as a great thing. Cancel culture started out as a great thing. Yo, if you're not using your power, authority, position in a right way, we should band together and get rid of you unless you're held accountable. That's good. Same with feminism. Yo, women need equal rights to men. It starts out like that. You know what it ends up being? Feminism these days is, fuck these niggas, we run these niggas. It's superiority nowadays. For the new age feminists, oh, niggas ain't shit. Women run these niggas. For cancel culture these days, it's not, let's hold you accountable, let's let you realize the error of your ways. It's, fuck you and your apology. We just need you to die. Let's take your job, take your livelihood. We want you to go broke. We don't care how sorry you are. And that's what Chrissy Teigen's realizing. Chrissy Teigen done penned 3 apologies. I'm sorry. I was immature. I was addicted to social media. I didn't mean to be a troll. I'm so sorry. But people have deemed that they haven't had enough blood. Cancel culture is about blood. We don't feel like we've taken enough from you. It's not about you being sorry no more. So the baby apologized, but everybody's like, nah. We need some shit to happen. I'm going to tell you where the baby went wrong, though. If you don't believe in cancel culture, that's on you. And it's going to land where it lands. But if you do, you have to serve yourself up at the mercy of the people. Or be prepared for this shit to not end. And the baby apologized. Remember I told you, it's not about the apology. But they haven't given the people, that's what I'm telling you, this is how cancel culture is. They haven't given the people enough that they'd be like, oh, we're good with him. He learned his lesson. He's still sticking his chin in the air like, and maybe now in this tweet, but remember the shit I read about him before. Look, for any brands, networks, see, they don't want to hear this. Let me make sure I can see it. Sorry, chat. I don't know if I can see that. Remember, they want you to cower to your knees. He says, for any brands and networks, artists that like to profit off black culture or black rappers influencing on the culture without understanding or having the patience to deal with what comes with position replay, keep your money next time. Us niggas is human. That's like telling the angry mom, which is now cancel culture. Yeah, I said sorry, but if you ain't accept the sorry, nigga, fuck you. They're not gonna stop. And this is my issue with the baby. Because I don't think he's taking on, what he's taking on is not just his issue. Like, I don't think no one's gonna be defending him and what he said. Even though I'm telling y'all, these used to be statements that get said a lot by DJs and people trying to hype a crowd up. I get it. We're in 2021. The baby's battling the entire cancel culture because he's still trying to have some pride after he apologized. He's not trying to fall to his knees. When I went through the thing with Chrissy Teigen, I didn't have to apologize. But there was a kind of, and by the way, the apology could have been written if I chose to do it. But I could tell with all the people who I worked with, I partnered with, and everything of the sort, there was a heavy, like, yo, listen, bro, even if you still feel like you had a point in what you said because you felt she was attacking you, you just have to blanket apologize and fall on the sword. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all women who are offended. I'm sorry. I got it. I will do better. I will never do this. You have to fall on the sword. That's what cancel culture is. I'm telling y'all. And for everybody involved with me, it was like, listen, this is the only way to stop the bleeding. And eventually I did apologize. And I really apologize because of the Deska. I think I've said this multiple times. I apologize because of the Deska. And really, for her, because she's someone I respected. And, I'm like, if you could see disrespect in the statement, even though it's only aimed for Chrissy Teigen, and I only said that to Chrissy Teigen because she was disrespecting me previously in the past with her trolling. If you can see disrespect there, I'll apologize for those statements. But, again, I remember having a conversation, and even salute to my guy Charlamagne, always, down to give me some good advice when I need it. He said, yo, Ak, he said, you might even think you have a point, this and third, because I was like giving the background and explaining it, and he said, yo, Ak, is this the molehill you want to die on, bro? And this is what I'm saying with the baby. Bro, you just want to stick your chin up? Like, the baby, like, I'm watching you, and I'm kind of like, yo, again, not for this issue, but I'm like, stick it, tell these niggas to cancel culture, fuck them. But I'm like, nigga, are you willing to die on this molehill? It wasn't that, you didn't say it as a big deal, but it's now a big deal, and now you're trying to stand on it. And to some of his latter statements, and this is where I hope he understands, not what I'm saying, but just understands the thinking I have in terms of somebody else could tell me shit, it's not, you don't gotta listen to Act. Because anyone with the mindset that thinks like this, let me go up. These niggas really think they gonna influence people to stop fucking with the influence? They go crazy about what I say, not y'all. You'll get a rude humbling about the entertainment industry. The baby, it was only 2 years ago you were walking around South by Southwest actually in a diaper with nobody paying attention to you. Don't ever think that this shit is, a lot of artists come in the game and they get lit and they think that this shit is always going to be owed to them. They're always going to be this lit. Never be that egotistical. Never be that full of yourself. Never be that much consumed in your own hype. They could take it away from you. What you think is, oh, I'm that nigga, you'd be shocked to realize what's really the cause of it. I'm only saying that to the baby because, trust me, as influencers, we all have to be humbled. The baby, your influence comes from your music. How influential are you going to be if, say, the DSPs, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Google Play, they all take your shit off all their playlists? That's 70% of your plays. Say they have deemed you as some problematic, homophobic, hateful artist, and they will not give your music the proper light that you have seen it gotten. You take for granted what others have done to get you there. They take that shit away from you, you'll see how quickly you start apologizing. This statement right here, I'm looking at it and I say, I like that you're trying to challenge cancel culture, but are you willing to die on this molehill? You don't want to go to war with the LGBT. And I know he specifically said that it's not about them, but it's the people who are kind of using the LGBT community banner are the cancelers. That's the mob. You don't want to go at it with them. And I just can't understand why he's trying to fight this fight so much, because somebody told me that he's already getting removed from certain Apple Music playlists. Bro, when they start hitting your pockets, you're going to realize, again, to quote Whack 100, nobody's bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program. When artists start saying that, yo, you can't get him to stop fucking with me because I'm the lit nigga. Why are you lit? For any artist in the industry, let me break it down why y'all lit. It's not because the people just love you. Your music get marketed and played on radio stations every 15 minutes on the hour, and it's a paid campaign. Your music gets marketed and promoted to all these other outlets as paid campaigns. You have promotion teams, radio teams that are paid to try to get people who either have independent playlists or whatever the case is to like y'all songs and playlist it as part of paid campaigns. Now, sometimes it gets to the point where people say, hey, they want to take a stand on you, and your money or your label's money can't move shit around no more. We saw what happened to Tory. Nigga, Tory's still in disbelief. He can't understand what the fuck. You think Tory don't want to get on here and complain like, yo, I thought it was innocent until proven guilty. Tory hasn't gotten a fucking playlist since. I only look at the baby to say, you're lit now, brother, but we've seen the mightiest in music fall. There was a time that 6ix9ine was telling even niggas at the DSP to suck his dick. He was telling everybody. You know what they stopped doing? They said, I bet you'll never see a playlist again. You know who would want to be on the playlist? 6ix9ine. I only say that to say, the baby, bro, just apologize, move on. This ain't the fight for you, bro. It's not the fight for an artist who's active, bro. It's not it. If you're down to trade your career or trade how lit you are, or if you think you're going to be forever lit, you are very much mistaken, my nigga. Hey, let me tell you this. There's not one artist that's so big that they could sustain a career for 4 or 5 years if the whole industry blackballs him. Not even one. Not one. Not even Drake. Nigga, this whole shit is this is a well-oiled machine that makes billions of dollars for rich ass white dudes, bro. Like, you artists be so stuck in like some type of social media bubble. Like, your hotness is a byproduct of so many other things. That if those things weren't there, nobody would ever see a video. Nobody would even see you on social media for you to think you that nigga. You always got to be humbled a little bit. So, baby, if you ask me, in my opinion, this is not a fight you can win. And your true fight should be about cancel culture. But the more you fight this, they keep trying to paint you as homophobic. Fall on the sword, my nigga. Be like, yo, y'all got it? Move on from it, even if you still think you're right. Nigga, I'm telling you, when I still felt some type of way about Chrissy Teigen. Because I felt like she was protected and she got away with disrespecting me. And the slightest time I responded, I was penalized. But at that moment in time, that moment in history, where I was at, it didn't matter. That's what I'm saying. Somebody said, what about Chris Brown? What do you mean, what about Chris Brown? I saw Chris Brown respond to this. It was kind of weird. I don't know if Chris Brown got static with, where is it at? I think he said, shut the fuck, this is Chris Brown talking. He's like, shut the fuck up, do your shows, thank everybody, and then get the fuck off stage. Not too sure if he was talking to the baby, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I think the baby's tripping. While I don't think he's a bigot, trying to prove you that nigga by going at the industry is just going to make you seem homophobic. And by the way, you know, here's the thing about cancel culture. Cancel culture is usually hypocrites. That's why people like Chrissy Teigen got exposed. Because it's never keep the same energy. It's about ganging up on whoever you think is weak at the moment. Because you have somebody like Dua Lipa, which I didn't even know what the fuck that was until like when we listened to Pop Smoke. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, got this little pop ass song, Pop Smoke album. She has a song with the baby called Levitating that she is almost like saying, don't listen to the remix no more. It was a remix. She said, don't listen to the remix with the baby. This is the original. Because she doesn't fuck with the baby. She's basically trying to say, hey, if he said that, fuck him. She's on a song with Pop Smoke. And in Pop Smoke's biggest song, he says, I can't fuck with these niggas because niggas is gay. It just reminds you, all this cancellation shit, there ain't no fairness in it. It's just ganging up. It's just ganging up. The chick who's telling people, don't listen to my song with the baby. He's talking about dudes fucking dudes in a parking lot. Don't listen to this shit. She's promoting the shit out of the song that she got with Pop Smoke, and Pop Smoke literally rapped, I can't fuck with these niggas because niggas is gay. There ain't no fairness with this. Cancel culture just allows people to have the pitchfork and a fucking... It's like it's angry mom for the town. You have the pitchfork and you're ready just for blood. The reason why I don't jump in that shit anymore, I had to learn my lesson. I think everybody eventually learns a lesson too. At some point, that same mob gonna come for you. At some point, it comes for you. So, it is what it is. What did y'all think about the baby's statements. I ain't gonna lie though. Yo, for a lot of people in hip hop, like, there's mad hypocrisy. Yo, I be listening to some of these niggas. That's one of the reasons I even stream. I be listening to some of these niggas talk about it. These niggas act like they were angels. Some of these niggas, they were scums. Like, some of these niggas, their favorite rap songs is calling dudes who are gay the F word. Basically, like, saying all type of wild stuff about gay. That's what the music they grew up on. And they're not condemning that music. But the baby doing that, they're ready to kill that nigga. This should be just so hypocritical, I don't even know how to call it. You know? But anyway.